If you bored, then stop complaining. Tap into Slightlee Daily. Pods and blogs and playlists. Everyday entertainment. Slightly to the daily. Slight to the lead to the. If you bored, then stop complaining. Tap into Slightlee Daily. Pods and blogs and playlists. Everyday entertainment. Slightly to the daily. Slight to the lead to the daily.
This is episode 57 of the Slightlee Daily podcast. I'm solo. It's been a while since I recorded. I went on a little mini vacation. Well, not mini. I went on an actual vacation. I did. Went to the beach for a few days. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, the Slightly Daily podcast is how you find it. Anywhere. I just wanted to get back with you guys. Get back into just producing another episode this weekend. It's Thursday. I'm off work until Monday. It feels nice. I've been off since Monday. So I think I have 9 full days, 8 if I'm not mistaken. 8 full days off of my job. Yeah. I'm here. I'm back in Tennessee. If you can't see, my forehead's peeling, my nose is peeling a little bit. It's okay. We'll get through it. Episode 57. Man. It's been a journey so far. Let me just reflect for a little bit. Ever since I moved into the new spot, I think I've done I've actually done I think 10 episodes in about 2 months, which is crazy. I mean, that's pretty steady for me. I think this is my 3rd solo one. I don't know. There's just something about kind of being like the complete only one in the home. That's kind of makes it more comfortable to kind of do a complete solo one. Yeah, 57. I'm pretty sure that 48. Yeah. So I've done just about 10 since I've been moved into the new spot. Yeah. Comment below right now. Let me know if anyone wants to be a guest. Give me suggestions for that. Yo, my friend does this, and he would want some exposure here. I'm always looking to make some new content. Also, comment below some topics or questions for the next episode 58. This one's gonna be real short, 30 minutes probably max. I just wanted to come back. I don't really have a whole lot of topics per se. I have a few, but I really just wanted to make one just for the sake of making one, kind of explain my little sort of hiatus for the week. I'm going to go ahead and say 9 out of 10 of you probably didn't even notice or don't even give a fuck. And that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, we just got back from Panama City. There was a lot of people there. I can't even lie. But we didn't do too much. We went out to eat a few times, and then we were mainly at the beach. But yeah, it was nice. I don't get to go on vacation very much at all, much less with my family. Like we haven't done family vacation in actual years, and my brother didn't get to go because he has work this week. He's finally going back to work, which is good, but kind of wish he would have got to go, but he didn't. Yeah, so this weekend, so it's Thursday right now. By the time this is out, this is gonna be perfect. But this week is a crazy week for music. Absolutely insane, and more crazy and special for me because Kanye West and Logic are both dropping albums on the same day. Those are my 2 favorite rappers. I don't know what to expect. This is apparently Logic's final album before quote unquote retirement. It's really bittersweet, to be honest with you. I know that rappers retire all the time. Like Jay-Z's retired 4 times, and he still kept producing stuff. Kanye said he was gonna retire before too, and he never did. He's dropping an album at 43. So also Taylor Swift, Beyonce apparently is dropping an album. Somebody else. Hold on, let me look it up since nobody's actually on my live. Taylor Swift is dropping a surprise album. I mean, I fuck Taylor Swift. I don't really like her. But I know that's what I'm saying, though. It's going to be a crazy big weekend for music. Yeah, it says Kanye West, Taylor, Ski Mask. Ooh, Ski. I'm definitely going to listen to that Ski album. Kid Laroi, Lupe Fiasco, and then Gunna's Deluxe. So, I mean, I don't know. I do want to kind of go into a little bit of detail about Logic and his legacy and his impact on me. When it comes to influences, he's number one for me. And I mean, I know that there's so much like bullshit and and internet hate that man gets, but he affected me in a very positive way and influenced me in a very positive way. And that's the beautiful thing about music and art, is we all have our own definition of what is quote unquote good, or what is good music, or who is good at making art. And to me, Logic personally, and also God gave us all different personalities and whatnot, and gave us all different tastes in music, and some people don't even like music, but I think Logic gets way too much hate. Mixtape Logic was fire as fuck to me, and influenced me to want to make my own rap music 5 years ago, going on 6 years now ago, when I was 18. I'm 24 now. So when it comes to influences, Logic is definitely one of my favorite rappers that I've ever had the chance of following since he was like really small up until now. And then, his debut album Under Pressure was I mean, it received some really good feedback. As far as but also this is the sign of the times too. So Under Pressure came out 2014, I think, or 2015. So look at just 5 short years ago. People were rapping, and people actually real rap music was received a way better response as far as something now. Everyone's whole musical taste and the music palette of 2020 is so much different than it was 5 years ago, and even 5 years before that, 2010, and even 2005, 5 years before that. You know what I'm saying? So music changes music taste as a whole changes every 5 to 10 years. So what a good artist does is they adjust. So someone like Kanye dropping an album in 2020, I have no clue what it's going to sound like, but 5 years ago he came out with Life of Pablo, which was it had Young Thug features, and it had Metro Boomin beats. So he found a way to adjust, and he found a way to compromise his sound and his creativity. And I feel that's what makes a good artist. And then you look at 20 years ago, the stuff he was making, it was some stuff that was relevant back then, and he was talking about subject matter that was relevant back then. So but for me though, personally, my favorite kind of music is rap music. So I'm not as turned on to new upcoming hip hop acts, because I think it's cool, and it's not me dissing it, but it's I don't know, I'm just not really turned on to it. Just how maybe 5 years ago when Logic's Under Pressure album came out, those people were like, man, I don't want to hear this, which is fine. But yeah, this is going to be a big weekend for music. We got the Logic album, Kanye, Beyonce. Apparently, I don't know, I just saw a meme that said Beyonce was dropping tonight. And then Taylor Swift, Ski, Gunna's deluxe album, and apparently a Lupe Fiasco album. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check them out. I mean, like, also, I really don't know what to expect with this Kanye album, because I mean, I feel like that man just has hundreds and hundreds, probably 50 unreleased albums. I mean, when you've been making music for so long, and I'm sure I got Parker in this live right here. I'm sure even as a producer, Parker's been making beats for like maybe 4 years now, and he's got hundreds of beats. I can't imagine what it's like being someone like Kanye, where you've been making music for 20 years. And I mean, there's no telling how much unreleased stuff he's got. And I have no clue what this album is going to be like. It's basically a surprise album, because we heard nothing about it until he just posted a picture and it was like Album Friday or whatever. So I mean, whatever. Parker, what do you think of this Kanye album coming up? Yeah, like I said, I just wanted to tap back in, do kind of a little solo one. I'm gonna try and at least get a guest in here, if I can manage one this weekend. Maybe DJ or the Arcadia boys. Maybe I can get Andy and a couple of his homies in here. I was gonna try and get Leroy in here, but he said he's quarantining right now because he was exposed to someone with COVID. Parker said Donda is gonna be the hardest out of all of them. Gunna's deluxe, maybe two. Number 2, maybe, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to expect. I mean, I know Kanye's gonna always come with some heat. The Jesus is Lord album, it was definitely a Christian gospel album, but if you look at it from just like a music production side, the beats were hitting. Like, it was that Follow God song and Hands On was like you could really slide in the car with that, like, for real. But he was also, that's the thing with Kanye, he's always kind of been doing that, though. He made Jesus Walks 18 years ago. I mean, you know, he always threw his Jesus bit in there with the rap, which is, I mean, it's hard to do, because, I mean, you look at rap and it's kind of vulgar and, you know, kind of in your face, kind of like violent in a way sometimes. Not always, but, you know. Yeah, because, like, I really think of something kind of comparable sound-wise is like something like Outkast. It's kind of like, it's not really violent necessarily, but it's kind of, I don't even want to say soft, but kind of easy listening, but also with like some purpose in it. That's kind of how I would describe the Jesus is Lord album. But Donda, I think Kanye's he's going through an episode or something right now. I don't even know. You know how Kanye, look, people are acting like Kanye's Twitter rants is like a new thing. No, he's literally been doing this for 10 whole years on Twitter. Ever since Twitter started, he's always had the craziest Twitter account. He's always had the craziest rants. He like, I don't know. I mean, he has the internet figured out. I mean, Kanye, he wasn't on the internet for like a whole year almost, until like a few months ago. And every time he comes back, he's always breaking the internet with something. Yeah. So something else that I saw. Well, I guess as far as sports, guys, I mean, hey, sports is coming back this coming up week. We had the NBA scrimmages. I haven't watched any. I don't even know what channel they would be on, but the NBA just coming back. LeBron posted. He was like, "I'm ready." I think, mark my words, right now in July, I think that this season, quote unquote, is gonna, this abbreviated little season is gonna go, maybe, I think it's another month, if that, 4 more weeks, and then they're gonna like the finals is, I think, the last week of August. So, but mark my words, right now, I really think the Lakers are gonna win. I do. LeBron has been an advocate for trying to get back in there, and I think he's got it. I don't think he's gonna win MVP. I think Giannis got it again. I mean, I was looking at their numbers comparison wise. I think LeBron might. I could be wrong, but I think he might have a better field goal percentage. But Giannis is averaging like 29 and 8 rebounds. I mean, he's just tearing it up this year again. He's going to win MVP. I could totally see a Lakers-Bucks final. That would be a crazy final to watch Giannis face off against Bron and Anthony Davis. I mean, yeah. And then as far as MLB's coming back as well soon. No fans. I think it's okay. And I think what the NBA is doing is smart and responsible and very doable for, I think, any sports, at least for the next year or so. I mean, say what you want about the protective measures or the virus itself. I mean, you can't just take this stuff lightly and just go about as normal. You got to do something, We all have everyone just has their opinions about all this kind of stuff, and everyone has their own theories and stuff. But like, I mean, you have to do something. You can't just not do anything. Right before I pressed record to hop on this episode, I was on Instagram and I saw that the Redskins, formerly known as the Washington Redskins, will no longer be going as the Redskins. As of right now, they are going by the Washington football team. I don't know what what their mascot logo is gonna be, but yeah, I think that's a pretty big step. I think more teams are going to follow in their steps. I mean, I can't think of any other NFL teams you got the Chiefs, which I don't know. I would have to talk to a Native American person to really, I would like to talk to a Native American person to kind of get more perspective and insight on that, because I mean, if it's offensive to them, then yeah, like let's go ahead and change that. That's 50 years overdue. I mean, you've got in the MLB, you've got the Braves, you've got the Indians, you've got I'm blanking. I can't think of any other. But yeah, I mean, if that's offensive to them, then they need to go ahead and change it. I mean, change it to something else, the wolves or something, or there's so many, the elephants, the raccoons. Comment below what you think the Washington football team's new mascot is going to be, or what you think it should be. I could see them doing something like the Knights, or something like that, maybe, or like the what was it? So the Washington Nationals used to be, they were formerly when I say Washington, by the way, I mean Washington, D.C., which is where the Redskins Washington football team is located. The Nationals, the MLB team, they used to be called the Senators. So maybe they could do that. I don't know. I will say this. I will point this out. I don't think a whole lot of people notice this or have talked about it, but I want to say like 5, maybe 6, 7 years ago, Arkansas State, they were the Indians, which is a Sun Belt team, a really small college. They changed their name from Indians, I think, Indians to Red Wolves. And I don't think a whole lot of people talked about that. But yeah, that's then we get into college. I mean, you got the Florida State Seminoles. There's so many. I don't know. That's an interesting. I don't know. I really can't say. I don't know what's the right thing to do. If it's offensive to Native American people, then I mean, go change it. I don't know. I'm not really gonna sit here and try and say. I feel like this is what a lot of people want to do, is try and say, no, this is not offensive, or no, this isn't. But like, if you're not in that group, then maybe you really don't know. If you're not in that subgroup of culture, maybe you really don't know. But like, I feel like Redskins is kind of a racial slur. Redskins. I mean, I don't know. My friend Will Norfleet, I remember he wrote a paper in high school about that, actually, which was going on 6 years now. 6 years ago, I think it was our senior year. He wrote about the Redskins changing their name, like Native American, like just exactly this. I can't remember what kind of info he put in it. That'd be interesting to have him on here and talk about it. I don't really have much else. Like I said, I wanted this to just be kind of short, sweet, to the point. I'm back. Gonna be coming out with some cool new articles. I'm literally about to hop off of here and post an article about the NBA bubble tournament in Orlando. There's a few JaVale McGee and Matisse Thybulle, I think is his name. He's a rookie for the 76ers. They've been doing vlogs on YouTube. They're super cool. I'll link all of them. Go to slightlydaily.com. Click the sports tab. Yeah, I'm going to write a little article about the bubble, schedules, when they're coming out, channels you can find them on, all that cool stuff. I'm also going to write about Tizo Touchdown's 2 new heavily awaited songs. I've been waiting on them. 2 songs he just dropped recently. Yeah, and a lot of cool new stuff coming soon, guys. I'm going to keep the podcast going. I went on a little week break. Hopefully I can get at least 1, maybe 2 more episodes filmed this weekend. I'm trying to get to 100 episodes before the end of the year. We're in late July. This is 57. I mean, I got to be pretty consistent, but I'm confident that I can do it. I really am. Yeah. I'm going to leave you guys with this final thing. Follow me, Slightlee Daily. DM me if you would like some stickers. I bought 200 of them, and I still have 180 stickers. So I'm going to start DMing people, getting addresses and stuff, because I really want you guys to I want you guys to be a part of this, and I want to spread my my logo out there so you guys can get more familiar with it. Spread just the brand so you guys can know it a little more and be a part of it. Hey, Marlena. Got Marlena in here. So yeah, DM me your addresses so I can send you guys some really cool stickers. Please, when you share it to your stories, tag me so I can see them, so I can, repost you, so I can give you some exposure to, maybe you can gain a follower from that. Very, very, very last thing. I want to say shout out to the Average Male Podcast. There are 3 guys. I believe they live in or around New York. I found them on Instagram through the hashtags, the hashtag podcast, I think, on Instagram. They do a really dope show at Average M Podcast. I mentioned them today on my story. They're really cool. They do like skits in the beginning. It's just 3 guys. Their podcasts are usually about 30-40 minutes long. They kind of talk about pop culture news and all that cool stuff, and they're really cool, and I want them to get some more followers, and I'm just trying to build this network, and who knows, maybe one day I can be a guest on there, or they can come and somehow in the future link up with me. What's up, man? Shout out Lil Ooh 8300. You got, all right, I'm about to hop off this episode, but if anybody has a couple more questions to ask, I'll answer them live. Shout out to everyone. So yeah, I also want to try and do this thing where I go live on my Instagram, so maybe I can get some interaction from the from my Instagram followers while I'm also filming the podcast as well, just to kind of add a new element, so people who can't necessarily be here, who kind of don't live around here, can kind of be a part of it in some kind of way. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. I'm going to be going live. I'm going to try and go live every time I have an episode. So if you want to drop in, say hello, get a first little exclusive look at it, a little behind the scenes. All right, I don't think I'm going to get any more questions. So, episode 57. Thank you to all who are watching. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. At 200 subscribers, I'm going to do a giveaway. I mean, I know it's going to take a little more time. I'm at 130 something, but yeah, just be on the lookout for that. Thank you to everyone who's shown some support. I appreciate you guys. Yeah, thank you guys.